Hello, I'm Sue Sabota with Congressional VW and Mazda, and this is Leo Hune, our General Sales Manager. And today we're going to have a few tips about saving time when you're buying a car. Buying a car is so much fun, but there's one thing that can dampen the fun a little bit, and that's if you have to wait way too long to get behind the wheel of your car trying to get through the business office. It's that time between agreeing on your selection and agreeing on price, and then the next thing you know, you can be waiting for a long time before you can go in to do all your paperwork to actually own the car. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. The car buying experience should be pleasant from beginning to end. So the first thing we're going to explain is why it happens. I don't know what it is. People seem to come in on a Saturday and all decide to buy their car at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And we have two business managers who handle the paperwork. So that's one thing, that's what happens. And the next thing you know, we have 5 people trying to meet with 2 people, and you can see what can happen. Now, there's certain things we do to try to mitigate that. And well, one of them is we have an extra manager, don't we?
Yes. At Congressional Volkswagen Mazda, we actually have a third finance manager, business manager, that can go over the paperwork and try to, speed things up for the client. We understand, their time is valuable. We want to get them out of our dealership as quickly as possible also.
Mm-hmm. So that's Victor, and he can fill in when we get backed up like that. And the normal course of a car buying process, you select your vehicle, we agree on price, you go into the finance office or the business office to do all your paperwork, and then afterwards, there's a whole number of things that we do with you, like review your car and so on. We can do all of that before you go into the business office if there's a backup. And that way, when the paperwork's done, you're on the road driving your new ride. So what are some of these things that we can do ahead of time?
Definitely. One of the things that takes some time also is going over the warranty package that comes with the vehicle.
Okay.
We want to make sure the client understand, what the warranty situation is. What they're entitled to, and also the free maintenance and maintenance that the manufacturer suggests for their new vehicles. On top of that, we at Congressional also like to introduce our client to our service department, so they have so they can understand how the service process is.
Okay.
Such as making the appointment where they can drop the car at night drop and things like that.
We show them how to make their appointments online?
Yes.
Okay.
We'd like to introduce to one of the service staff. We also like to take them to our body shop and parts department. After all, we are a full service dealership.
Right.
We can do it all at one time.
Well, it's always good to go over that with the customer as well, because then they don't have to worry about their maintenance. They know exactly what to do. They know how to do night drop if they need to, or whatever the case might be.
Yes.
So instead of going over all that afterwards, we do it before they go into the office. And do we have a Congressional Motors welcome packet too? Do we go over that as well?
Yes, we can go over the booklet with them that gives them introduction to our dealership, the staff, and there are also some fabulous coupons in it too.
Oh, everybody loves coupons. Now, at Congressional, our staff is trained to do that process before the business office if we have a little bit of a backup. But if at another dealership or wherever you might be, or if our staff forget, just remember, suggest it to the salesperson. Are there things that we need to do after the business office that we can do now? Get it all out of the way. And there are some things the customer can do to help save time as well. Are there some common things you see and delays?
Yes, one of the biggest delay, believe it or not, is insurance. State of Maryland requires to have insurance coverage before the client can drive off our dealership.
Okay.
If you're a first-time buyer, you might not be prepared with that information. So it would be, wise to, shop around before you, drive off. That can be a little time-consuming.
Okay, right. Well, if you don't have your insurance sorted out, you could be sitting in the dealership for an hour or two.
Correct.
Because you'll have to make the phone calls, you'll have to get everything sorted out then.
Yes. And also, sometimes people are surprised by the fact that they thought they have insurance, but they could be cover under their parents' insurance.
Oh,
so when they're
okay.
buying a car for themselves,
Right.
then they find out that they're actually not covered.
I
And they
see.
have to activate a new policy for themselves.
Okay, that's a very smart thing to check. And a simple thing, driver's license.
Yes, I see a lot of driver license, that they do a change of address, but it does not reflect on the driver license that they carry with them. So, if they have done a change of address, make sure they have that copy with them, because everything has to match to the contract.
Now, if they don't have it with them, does it slow things down, or does that mean they just have to come back?
They just have to come back.
Right, and that's, first of all, then you're taking time talking about it, but then you're going to have to come back to the dealership, and who needs to waste time doing that? You should be out having fun with your car. What do they need to bring to save time if they have a trade?
Great question. With trade-ins, there are some things that customer can bring to us so they don't have to come back again. One of the things is title. The title has to be signed by the owner that is reflected in the title's name. Sometimes, the car could be passed on by a parent or some other parties, that might not be the person who is bringing it in. So we want to make sure they sign off on it. And state of Maryland have a little quirky situation. They actually have also another part of the title called the security interest filing. What that is basically a note from the bank that says that this car has no more lien on it. It looks just like a title. A lot of customers think it's a title, but it's not.
So we need both.
We need both.
We have to always have both. And if they don't have it, again, there's going to be a delay during the day, but then you're back at the dealership bringing it to us. And of course, that wastes time too.
And if they also have a trade-in, please make sure they bring all the keys
Oh, yes.
and some of the warranty booklet. That
the
would
warranty
help.
booklets. That would help a lot. That would help very much. So basically, there's things the dealer can do to help speed up the process, and like doing the things after you go into the business office, do them before, so you're not wasting all that time afterwards. If you bring all your paperwork, it'll help make things go quicker. And just have fun, because that's what it's all about. Buying cars is fun. Anything else, Leo?
That's it.
All right, well, thank you very much, and we hope to see you soon.